be creative. Can creativity be taught? Can it be learned? If you get better at something, does that automatically make you want to do it more? I don't know. Creativity is rarely ever a lightning strike. For me, it's always that ideas and thoughts are bubbling under the surface and then they come together to make a prosperous idea until I can put it down on paper. And then I work and work and work and twist and mold and make it into something that I think is worthwhile. If you're trying to be creative, I do have some suggestions. First off, limit your tools. Sounds strange, I know. Limit your tools to the ones most vital and specific for your skill set. If you're a painter, choose one medium. If you're a photographer, try just strictly black and white photos. If you're a writer, try a small target audience like middle school students. If you limit your options, if you choose just a few specific tools to use, you will get very, very good at using those tools. And it will force you to become more creative with the things that you can actually create with those specific tools. Plus, odds are you'll be much better with that specific skill set than somebody who dabbles a little bit in everything. Schedules and routines are not bad. Here on YouTube, there are two types of content creators. Those who have a schedule, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a new video every Thursday, and then there are the ones that just post whenever they feel like it. Example, me. However, in 2010, 2011, I did something called WhatTravisSays, where I posted one video every weekday of the entirety of March. Did it make me want to pull a wheezy waiter and post a new video every weekday for the rest of forever? No. Did it help me be more creative and pick at my brain to talk about something worthwhile? Yes. Sure, schedules can be stressful. Very stressful, and a lot of us would rather not put out a product until we know completely 100% that it's ready. But how long is that going to take? Days? Weeks? Longer? Sometimes it's actually more beneficial to have that little bit of motivation to get done by a certain deadline. Just remember to budget your time. For us NaNoWriMo-ers, we have a mental word count that we want to match each day. Either we're behind and we're trying to catch up, or you're trying to do the 1667 per day, or you're ahead and you just want to get it done and over with. But a lot of us have specific conditions that we need in order to write well. Stephen King needs uber silence when he writes. Ellison plays really, really loud classical music. I can type on my laptop for Nano anywhere as long as it's moderately quiet. But for video ideas, I like to sit in my car with the windows down. For some reason, it helps with creativity. Find your own routines that help with your creativity. Another important point, don't listen to feedback. Again, it might sound odd. As good-natured and best-intentioned as feedback might be, bottom line is it's someone's preconceived notion on how your thing should be. Constructive criticism should be welcomed, but everyone's opinion should be taken with a very large grain of salt. If you listen to other people's suggestions about your own self-expression, you're actually hindering your creativity. Now, don't get me wrong, I love reading your comments in the comment section. I read every single one, but just because somebody tells you that you should do something or, hey, try this, doesn't mean that you should actually do it. It's a live and let live scenario. You do your thing, they do their thing, you're allowed to have your opinion on their thing, but don't expect them to bend over backwards to please you. And you shouldn't bend over backwards to please them. You should be the one to criticize your work, but please do it in healthy ways. Let's be honest, if you can't find fault in your own work, you are not trying hard enough. In the same vein, try not to be so much of a perfectionist. There are so many gray areas to achieve personal success. There are so many different shades of gray. I would go so far as to say 50? I know my way out. Nature itself is beautiful and imperfect. The most unpolished things in this world are the most inspirational. Creativity is like dating. If you don't strike out sometimes, you're not trying hard enough. Work on ideas that you think are bad ideas. I'm not saying jump off a cliff or anything. I'm just saying put yourself in a situation where you know that you will fail. And perfectionists, that is what we worry about the most, is failing. I say we because I'm a perfectionist at heart too. Perfectionists stick with stuff that they know that they're good at, so they never fail, but they stick with stuff that they know that they're good at because they know that they're good at them. But think about the things that happen in your life that impact who you are. Most of those days probably aren't your best days, but they shaped you, they molded you, they made you who you are. Failure is mandatory. How else do you expect to grow as a person? You're never going to be creative if you don't ever take a leap. Just try something. I know that you're nervous about the outcome. I know that you're worried that no one's going to care, but it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be trying to be creative for anyone else but yourself. Be creative. You'll see me soon. What could I have done differently? And then do that on the next go-around. Do not know what this was. This was a go-around.